Hello everyone, welcome to this session. I hope you had a good lunch and you're not too sleepy, right? Normally after lunch, this is the critical hour for doing this kind of work, okay? So welcome to this session, which is about empowering women in business. My name is Gerardo de Rutzenberger. I'm just hosting this session. I will introduce you in a moment our panelists. This is a participatory session, so we will involve you and you will be part of the conversation. So it's not just us having the conversation and you listening, but it's more like we will work together. May I also introduce my colleague, which is Miriam Artola Dendaluce. And Miriam will sketchnoting the conversation, so she will prepare these drawings that you will see later on. And this is the panel. I will introduce you Agnes, Lisa, and Lola in a minute. First of all, let me just show you what we did in the past, okay? Because this is a conversation. This is a recurrent session at SMEs. So this is from 2021. And you see that was about basically entrepreneurial and digital competencies. We did it also in Prague in 2022 and was more about mentoring momentum and fostering female entrepreneurship. And this was last year with this very inspiring title, at least for me. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Is this really like that? Is true? And let's explore that. So this was the conversation. And today, yes, we have, so the three speakers are, the first one is Agnes Vida. And Agnes is founder and CEO of Gazdagami company, and she's also a book author. She wrote quite a lot of books, 5, I guess, if I remember. 5, okay. And she also is a winner of a European Enterprises Promotion Award. Okay. Then we have Lisa McMullen there. She's the Director of Development at the Women's Organization. And here at my right, Lola Onipko. She's Womanture and Invest in Bravery, promoting female entrepreneurship in the EU innovation ecosystem. And please, if during the work there is anything you would like to add about you, which is relevant for this conversation, please feel to do that, as well as you may see their complete profile on the app. It would take at least 10 minutes just going through their profile, okay? So this is the session, and we will be you will be working more than me, actually, on entrepreneurial mindset, economic empowerment, and skills training. But before doing that, I ask Agnes to introduce the session of today. So please, Agnes.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Agnes Vida. I'm CEO and founder of the project Gazdag Mami, which means rich mother. That was an idea that there are these books about the rich father. And when I was at home with my children, I started my first business in 2006. As a psychologist, because I'm a child psychologist, actually. And I was at home with 2 babies, and a lot of mothers who I'm working with asked me how you can start your business, how you can work from home with 2 children, 2 very small children. So I started my blog and my project about how to start a business from home when you have small children, when you have family, when you have a lot of challenges about how to work. That's my project Gazdag Mommy, where we teach mothers business mindset, business skills, online marketing, blogging, social media. We have online courses. We have a lot of workshop and meetings. So, and we also organize conferences. I helped a lot of women to start businesses. I saw that the women are very creative when they have to find out their what to do and how to do, even if they have a very hard work to do at home. For example, they have a lot of children. I was a working mother who has 3 or 5 or 7 children, even 7 children. Women can work very hard and they have a lot of ideas. So I have a few statistics about women entrepreneurship. A little bit, it grows a little bit, the number of women who start businesses in Europe, but it's not so big as by the men. But if a women start business, they want to hold it. They are very stable because they also have lifestyle goals, not just business goals. They don't just want to grow a business and have a big profit. They also want a lifestyle that they can do with family and children. Women are less risk-taking in businesses, so their businesses live longer than business that men started. A lot of women start own enterprise after marriage. They work, a lot of women work in family businesses or start family business together with siblings or together in the family after childbirth, because it's a very big change in the life of a woman, and after children leave from home. I work with a lot of women that are 50 or 60 years old and want to start a new business. They have a lot of challenges because they need a special schedule, because they have children, family, and even other problems, and they need a flexible schedule in work. They need a new mindset, because it's not the same to go to work day by day or have own business, and they have to learn to plan their businesses, because it's hard to balance between family and business. What we can do, that's what I want to share with you, and maybe share some ideas about in my workshop sessions. So I give back the word.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Agnes. As I said, this is going to be a participatory session, and we will have 3 parallel workshops in this room running. The first one will be led by Lisa McMullen, and it's about entrepreneurial mindset. So Lisa, can you please introduce the workshop.
Sure, thank you very much. Okay, so our discussion this afternoon about women's entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial mindset, what I would like to focus on is to share some of the experience that I've gained over the past 25 years, because we've been trying to do something to help and support more women create and grow businesses over that time. And during that time, we've learned a lot of what works, what doesn't work. We know that women entrepreneurs are different. They're not a homogenous group like SMEs. They all have different needs. So what can we do to help and support them develop the entrepreneurial mindset, but also maintain and sustain that in a society and in a context where it is challenged, frequently, and the systems can actually work against what we're trying to do. So what I'd like to do is reflect on some of those biases, share some of the tools and resources that I use in my practices and working with other partner organisations from across Europe. My own experience has been primarily in the UK and in Ireland, but in that time we've worked with thousands of women creating and growing their own businesses. So to explore and share some of the tools and to invite you to share other things that have worked, and also to as well as tools like I'll do a plug for our Entrecomp, the European Entrepreneurship Competence Framework. I'm really pleased that you identified, Agnes, the idea of flexible e-learning, something that we're offering through the Entrepreneurship for All programme, which to share some of those ideas, share some good practice examples, and invite you to share with us about networks and role models. And the final thing that I'd like us to think about is about how do we build capacity with our business advisors and our intermediary organisations who are committed to improving the environment for women's entrepreneurship. But we haven't made a whole lot of progress. While we have made progress in 25 years, it's really not, we're not on a 50-50 playing field yet. And I think we've got opportunity to build that capacity and to support our colleagues in achieving our goal. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. And we have these 4 tables here, so that will be working on the entrepreneurial mindset. If you are sitting in another part of the room, but you want to work on this, you can just join these tables, and the other way around. If you're not interested in this and you want to work on another topic, you can just change your table. And I invite now Lola to speak about economic empowerment. Okay?
Okay, Lisa just wanted to say something.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. So we'll be discussing that in the back, at the back of the room. So if you want to come be disruptive around women's entrepreneurship, there's always trouble goes on at the back of the room, isn't there?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so imagine this. A young woman with a groundbreaking idea for renewable energy struggles to find funding, just because the first she's asked is, how will you manage your risk, instead of what's your growth potential or how your solution will change the world. With the right resources, this woman could be the next Elon Musk. Or maybe, okay, not Elon Musk, because despite his entrepreneurial success, let's put it diplomatically, his values are in the wrong place. But she could be the next Bill Gates, Richard Branson, Reed Hastings from Netflix, or Daniel Ek from Spotify, disrupting the whole industries. Yet, without funding, this woman will never get the opportunity to develop technology that will change the world. Sadly, this is the reality faced by so many women every single day. This year's SME Assembly is about shaping Europe's future. But we can't build sustainable, innovative, and resilient future without supporting women. When women get access to funding, they create transformative opportunities, not just for their businesses, but for the communities and the whole economies. Yet, women face consistently persistent barriers to access their funding. Even though women-led businesses outperform those of male counterparts, for example, generating 0.48 dollar cents of revenue on every dollar invested, only about 11% of overall venture capital investment goes to women-led startups. That's why today, in Economic Empowerment session, we would like to discuss with you how to improve women's access to funding. What can you expect from this session? First, we will look into barriers that women face while seeking funding. Then we will also check the biases that might exist within financial institutions. And finally, we will explore how organizations like yours can tackle the problem and bridge this gap, breaking down the barriers and creating opportunities. In this session, we will answer the questions like, how can we prepare women to navigate funding landscape with confidence? Or what step can financial institutions take to reduce the bias in funding decision making? Finally, we will explore the ways how organizations like yours can create long-lasting change. By the end of today's workshops, you should leave with a better understanding of the barriers that women face while seeking for funding, and leave with some actionable steps that you could take back to your organization to create a fairer and more equitable entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Thank you, and you will be working here in this area. So again, this is the area where you will be working on economic empowerment. If you like the topic, stay here. If you don't like it, move. And same for the others. And then, Agnes, over to you.
There?
Yeah, you will be working there. And skills training. Anything to add to to present your workshop?
I would like to share some ideas how to help women to learn new skills, business skills. Maybe we can find out some ideas how they can. Which skills they need, actually, and how we can provide them better. So that's my opinion.
Thank you. And just for the sake of the noise, to avoid any conflict, this is the area, okay? Somehow. So you will be working here. Yeah, sorry, it's always a little bit of frustration, I know, because I mean, we are close to 3, which is the end of the session, so we need to wrap up. So I hope you enjoyed your conversations, and I may invite for you to start, Agnes. Can you start to wrap up, or just a few insights or whatever comes out, or any takeaway from your conversation?
So we talked a lot about a lot of things, and I think we need one more day for the workshop, but maybe we talked about so much things. Maybe we talked about that that women need experts to help them. For example, because they can't find the tenders, they can't find the programs of the EU. They have more self-confidence. And there was a very great idea about it with a skills certificate, where they can test their skills and have a certificate that you know that. And networking could be also helpful. Success stories about other women entrepreneurs. It's time management and mental health. It's a very big problem and a challenge for women. And it was a very great idea that maybe AI can help to delegate some problems and some things. So.
Okay, so thank you very
Short.
much. Yes, and also thank you for being so short. Over to you, Ola.
Yes, so we've had some common topics going around the tables. And in terms of the recommendations, how we can improve funding for women, we can say that for women entrepreneurs, there were ideas about investment readiness trainings, pitching, how to get better at it, how to get a good feedback. We've discussed about better representation at the investment side. When it comes to financial institutions, the ideas were centered around bias training, maybe structured process, blind reviews, data-driven decision-making rather than based on bias or prejudice. I've heard also some ideas about the collaborations between the financial institutions and the organizations, and the entrepreneurs. So it's all about the allyship, where we can create networking events, where women can become visible and meet investors, create those networks that typically not everyone has. We spoke about women-centric funding programs where there is a clear dedication and focus on funding women. We also talked about like any kind of trainings that would help women to understand funding better. We spoke also about financial literacy programs, and this includes things from budget and cash flow management to understanding financing methods, whether it is bootstrapping or family friends or venture capital or maybe any other methods, and understanding the terms, because this would give women better confidence how to go around it. Many just don't even understand what it means and what options they have. And maybe just one thing I would like to end up, and the message for everyone, to make it a little bit more actionable, today, maybe commit to one simple step, that you can implement by the end of the year, or at least set the wheels in motion to make it happen. And we're all discussing a lot of policy. That takes time, but think about what you can do as your organization or entrepreneur or financial institution. What can you do to change the situation? And just for the ideas, it could be posting a story about successful female founder. It could be reach out to woman founder and ask her, can I help you maybe with introduction to an investor, or I will give you feedback on your pitch, or maybe I can provide you some training on your financial strategy. This could be posting an opportunity for funding for a woman, or this could be committing to creating investment readiness workshop within your organization, or doing a bias auditing within your investment teams and how they make decisions on funding. So commit to one practical step today, and only through action we can change the situation for the better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And last but not least, Lisa. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm not really going to give you feedback, though, because our colleagues are, because we've ended up having 3 different conversations, and I think it's important to reflect some of the key issues. So I'm going to hand over to Mary for this table first. Okay, thanks.
Hi guys, great conversations, and also I want to say it's so good to see so many males in the room. Thanks guys, it's good, like it's an inclusive conversation. We talked a lot about the confidence, the imposter syndrome that we all face, the importance of hands-on mentoring, that always-on programming, and that outreach to every segment of women entrepreneurs or women, so they can, and using the resources available. So it was actually good to learn about that GEET, G-E-E-T. I did not know about that. Also on learning through experiences, or I liked this one as well, like the self-awareness and self-efficacy. Like there's a lot we can do ourselves, but we have to proactively go after it and use the tools available to us. Was there anything else, Laz, that I'm forgetting? Just grabbing the opportunity, right? And role models, like even we gave examples of successful entrepreneurs and they were all male. It's and that's our fault because I in my head couldn't think of one either. So it's I always used to say, here we just did it, but it's like put your hand up, be the first person to ask a question in the room. Like we have to advocate for ourselves as well.
Brilliant, thank you. And then, do you want to use this one? So.
You mic there.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I'm fine. So we're talking about the youth and how to start up your entrepreneurial travel. And it was very important when we're talking about to inspire each other online and have role models and to have awards, because they also inspire to see other women who actually can win awards for what they're doing. So what we would like to see were more female mentors, because that could be a help. There's a lot of mentor networks, but a lot of them are with men, and it would be nice to see more female mentors. We're also looking at the university incubators as a good way of starting up your business, but we also see, at least in Denmark, where I'm from, a lot of women around 50 who might lose their job, who starts up as individual contractors for their own company because they now have the experience, and why not try it out? We were talking about it would be nice if there were some women's subsidies, so we weren't quite sure if that's attainable anywhere, but that might be one way of approaching it. Could we help out women more? And then we're also talking about a lot of, having a network is very important, but we also see a lot of females who start up their own companies do so for private funds instead of going to the bank. So it's easier, and often women don't even dare because they know it's hard to get the money. So they ask friends and family instead to sponsor their company instead of the bank, which would be nice if the banks were a little more forthcoming. That was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And then we had one final group, if I may. So.
Hello. Yes, we discussed some issues around growth, size. Do women's businesses grow as much? Is there work needed to explore that? Or is growth not necessary, not so important for every business? But there's a question about, do women's businesses grow as fast, as much as businesses that are led by men? And this is something that's interesting to explore. It's very there. Why? Is it important? Is growth important? We spoke about risk. Are women more risk averse? Is there work to be done in that area to explore and confirm? Financing women's business is evidence, research proven to be much less likely to happen than if the business is led by a man. We also looked at, is it important to have women's entrepreneurship development tracks versus, development tracks that involve entrepreneurs of all genders. But the question that we really came to at the end, which my colleague called the big elephant in the room, is women as parents and the challenges that brings, and how actually this is a structural, system and cultural issue, because we need to, in order to ensure access for women, we need to ensure that the support structures, that the culture, the mindset of the culture they're living in, of the geographical context that they are starting up in, is supportive of that action, of that move to be an entrepreneur. However, I'm gonna do it, they will face challenges of access to childcare, cost of childcare. It may not be average that their partner, their husband, their partner will take on that childcare. It's to allow women to thrive in that mid-career phase when they are usually leading, supporting families, having babies. There's real difficulties around that. And the gender imbalance is very real, and we need to explore that and provide, it's a system issue. It's not an entrepreneurship policy issue. It's much broader than that. We could look at other factors around that too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we have an announcement here from Florian, please.
Yes, thank you very much. Sorry for hijacking this, but I'm Florian Teubel from RKW in Germany, and I'm co-head of the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor Germany team. And my colleagues, global colleagues, publish in a webinar in 57 minutes the Women's Entrepreneurship Report launch, Insights and Trends over the past 25 years. I don't know who is familiar with the GEM, Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. It's been going for 25 years in, on average, 50 countries, and they report the latest findings. Maybe to give you the most important, between 2001 and 2023, the rate of women entrepreneurs have risen from 6% to 10%. So that's the good news, but there's many more. So I can probably share the link, but you can just register on gemconsortium.org and then go to, I think, activity or news, and it starts in an hour. But come to me, I'll share the link with you if you want. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Yes. So can we show on the screen the tablet? Okay. So Miriam has been harvesting the conversation. As you can imagine, having breakout session is not that easy to harvest the conversation. She did what she could. Let me just close this session, and I want really to thank Lisa McMullen, Lola Onipko, and Agnes Vidar, not only for the contribution they gave into this workshop, but also because they adapted, they contribute at the very last moment, because we changed a little bit the organization of the workshop due to the kind of venue we had. So thank you very much for what you have done so far. And let me just, say that we have this, right out this room, we have this thing that we call the Ideas Lounge, and the idea is that you can come and share what you learn about this topic with us, and if you have any idea, anything you would like to raise, you can come there. And of course, if you have no time to do that, but you still want to give us a contribution, you can also send it via slide or to us. We will harvest all of them and just consolidate all the contribute we get into a final document that we give to the Commission. It's all about now, so I wish you will enjoy the break. There is a break now. And then the other sessions that are coming later. So thank you very much, and wishing you all the best. We will see you around.